You run a very, very popular salon in town, and you have been shut for nearly 2 months. Can you talk
Yes.
about, the economic impact that's had on your business, as well as to your staff? That must be very, very significant. It's a long period of time.
Well, yes. I mean, it's been terrible actually because we were shut down pretty much immediately. That means that obviously we run our business on people coming through the door, and if we don't have anybody coming through the door, basically we don't have any money coming in at all from the get go. So that obviously is devastating for my staff. Most of my staff work on how many clients they do. So not having had any clients come in, it's they basically have no money at all.
Economic impact of being shut for 2 months, and
Mhm.
then having the phase reopening whenever that happens to be, and then having to work at 50% capacity and then building up
Yeah.
from that. What do you think that will mean, again, not only for your business but for other businesses that are
Well, I mean, if
trying
if the if that happens, it'll be devastating. As I said, we depend on the numbers coming in the door, and if we don't have the numbers, then we're going to be bringing in probably 50% of what we take now. It's going to be impossible to pay the bills. Obviously, that they basically stay the same regardless of what's going on with the economy or not. So that's going to be very difficult for us, I think, going forward, to keep up with all the cost of running the business.
So you were saying, before this pandemic, which just came out of left field, but
Yes.
even before that, you were saying there were a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges in Hamilton, running a business. And
Yes.
you want to elaborate a little bit on that, and to as to why?
We have a hard time because we need people, basically. The restaurants need people. And if there's less people on the island, which seems to be the case before this coronavirus, then we have a problem because obviously we can't generate the income that we need to generate to make our businesses viable. And so that's a real problem. And then, is it going to, you know, are we going to hire more staff with less people here? Absolutely not. So that doesn't help. You know, I can only go back to what we were like back in the 90s and the early 2000s. I mean, I used to have 9 hairdressers. Now I've got 5. We used to have 5 shampoo assistants on a Saturday. We've only got 2 on a Saturday now. So it makes it very difficult because we're not generating enough income to have all the backup staff and have the staff in general. That's the difficulty that we had before, and then the coronavirus just basically added insult to injury. Really
Right, right.
tough, very tough. It's given me a new appreciation of working, and I think that's how all my staff feel. They can't wait to get back to work.